Hey icons, and welcome back to another episode of the Makeup Diaries, your favorite YouTube channel. I am your icon Annie, and I'm so glad for you to be here today. So first of all, just give yourself a hug because you deserve it, and you know what, I appreciate you, so just give yourself a big hug because I am sending all my hugs to you as we speak. Today is the last day in the month celebrating the year 2008, so obviously, I could not let this month pass by without paying homage to Twilight. Like, when you think about 2008, like, it doesn't compute. What is 2008 without the resurgence of vampire rom-com craze and the glam resurgence of emo? I don't know. Now in 2008, I was 5, but I was obsessed with Twilight. My mom was obsessed with Twilight. Twilight has literally been a big deal throughout my entire life. Currently right now, it is like late. I'm filming this video, like, as you can see, I closed my blind because like it's nighttime and I don't want to disrupt the neighbors with my bright lights, but it's nighttime, I'm filming it. It feels very, it feels very Twilight core. My friend Abby told me she's having a moment where she's obsessed with Depop and like finding stuff on there, so I went on there and I was not going to buy anything, but I clicked on something and it said very Bella Swan, and I said, well, I'm going to be very Bella Swan for this video, so of course I had to get it. It's like literally just a vintage Gap brown chocolate waffle knit long sleeve. But like, how Bella is that? That's so cute, and it's gonna be so cute on and so cozy, and I really like vintage Gap because like it's quality. Now for clarification, I have done a video in the past for a Twilight vampire kind of themed look, and I feel like that one was more giving kind of disheveled Jasper Hale energy. This one's going to be specifically Bella Swan from the movie Twilight. And Katie got me these palettes, the Twilight and New Moon ColourPop eyeshadow palettes. Throughout this video, I will be explaining how Twilight impacted me as a child and as an adolescent, and you're gonna understand why this was like literally such a sweet gift Katie could get me, and I've not used it because I've been like, I have to, the first time I have to use it has to be for this Twilight look, duh. So like, we will be using the Twilight palette, and I don't know, maybe we'll use this one next month. I don't know y'all. I don't know. I do have the iconic poster printed out on nice paper. Thank you, Pinterest. And I also have this photo that I'm going to be referencing. Like, Bella's giving like, just don't understand me, Dad. And it's honestly like a no makeup girl. Bella was like the OG for no makeup girlies, so it's gonna be kind of an easy makeup look. As always, it's tiara time, so icons, let's put our tiaras on to pull our hair back. I have prepped my face, and I did use this time MAC's, I had a little sample of it, so I used MAC's Skin Canvas Balm for my face, and I've used it, and I like how it feels. It feels like it's like kind of like gripping to my skin. It's like, I'm ready for that makeup to go on, and it's like it literally sets the canvas, which I think is perfect for Bella in this look, because usually, oh my god, Annie, usually I use my water bank from Laneige, and I really do like this. I really do like it. Moisturizer, this one just sometimes feels more hydrated, and this is very like Forks. It's like the weather is not humid. I mean, maybe it is, but like, no it isn't. Sorry. So first thing I'm going to do is I am going to put on a little bit of concealer, because even though Bella's not kind of going around with some foundation, she is also not going around with like bags under her eyes. And what I mean by that is we gotta just like really emphasize that she's pale. She's meant to be a vampire, y'all. I am placing on, this is Estee Lauder Double Wear. My shade is Ecru, and I'm just tapping that underneath my eye. This is my little trick for concealer, because it blends down, not super heavy like a typical concealer would do, but it's still going to give me that coverage. And if I do feel like I need to build it up, I can go in with a little bit more, but this is really going to do the trick. I want it to. And you can see, it's giving me that coverage. This is a time where we want our concealer to match our skin, match our foundation. We are not trying to go brighter underneath the eye, unless you are necessarily wanting that look, because you know what, I am not the makeup tyrant. I'm here to like explain kind of how I'm seeing the look, how I would go about it, but you do you. If you're like, no, my Bella Swan look is going to have brighter under eyes, go for it. But just like that, I've gotten like that coverage, and like, yippee, we can add that wherever you want. If you want to cover up other areas, go for it. Like, do we really think Bella's gonna do too much though? Not really. Like, she's cooking for Charlie. She's like, I have to email my mom. This girl does not want to do shit. But we can see like that blends in very, very well to our skin. First of all, when I am saying I am not going to place on foundation, I'm serious about this. If you have a foundation powder or a setting powder or any type of powder that has like a coverage to it, I should say, that is what we are using. I don't. I have a finishing powder in a palette. This is going to make me look warm. We do not want to look warm. We want to look a little bit more pale, or I should say, we want to look like we're not adding any warmth to the complexion that we are starting with. We can see this has warmed me up. No need to fret. I'm going to start with this, and this is going to be my coverage, but I will go on top and brighten this up as well. Okay, why is this so funny? We literally can see how this is all orange, and this is like without powder on my skin. Like, this is very different, and this is the powder that I use. Like, maybe once I've like put bronzer on, it's like really pretty to diffuse, but I don't know. Once I've done that, you see, it's not too bad, but I don't want to look like someone that has like an orange face. We know who. Don't want to look like them. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna take my, this one's Givenchy. Before I start getting called out for being bougie, I know my Mimi picked this up, and then she said that she wasn't using it, so she gave it to me. No, I did not go out and buy this. Do I think this is a good product? Am I fortunate enough to have landed this into my hands? Absolutely. I know this is not always the one people pick up. Givenchy is a bit more of a bougie brand. It does rank high on like the finest loose powder so far, but so does Laura Mercier. Honestly, anything that's like kind of translucent or brightening is what I'm going to be placing on. And this has color corrector in it as well, so it is going to brighten up that orange that I've placed on. Now, why did I not just go in with this? Well, because I wanted the coverage from the first powder. So it's 2008, I am 5, Katie's 5, my mom is the coolest person I know. Honestly, still is. And so she is obsessed with Twilight. It is obviously the phase, it's the craze, I should say, because it was never a phase. I will fight anyone who tries to argue that Twilight was too mainstream to be considered emo. Like, I'm sorry, you had Paramore and you had Linkin Park on that album. argue with the fucking wall. So, our mom would watch it, and I would be playing downstairs in the laundry room. When would I play in the laundry room if not to try and overhear the TV? And when our mom was like, fine, you can watch it, that was the best day. Did I have the Barbies? Absolutely. Did my friend at the time's mom give me a framed photo of Rob Pattinson? Yes. Now fast forward some time, I'm in middle school, and I have like watched the movies like in full, and like I'm obsessed. I'm reading the books, which, fun fact, Katie and our friend Abby, we all have a book club together, and yes, you know I represented by picking Twilight for us, so we are currently rereading it. Abby and Katie are reading it for the first time, and I'm reading it again, and like, it's a good book. I don't know what Stephen King was saying. Like, Stephen King, before you critique someone else's writing, how about you go to therapy for your child orgies? But that's just my personal thoughts. Anyways, I had my fangirl moment in middle school. I was unbearable about how Twilight obsessed I was. Like, for real, I had a shrine for Jacob in my room, and that just meant I made a poster for when I was watching it, and I would not let anyone sit in a chair that I put the poster in. And like, it was like all I'd listen to, and even though all of middle school is like absolute anxiety inducing for me, somehow Twilight is the one thing that just puts me into like a safe place. I can listen to the music and think about middle school and not be traumatized, not be mortified, not be filled with cringe and regret and embarrassment. Bella's brows are honestly just like horizontal, but my brows have an arch, so I'm just gonna do them as natural as possible. I've tried to thin them out on the ends, but we all know Annie. If you have been a viewer of my channel, I'm not someone who's going to rework their brows. I'm not going to literally go in and kind of like brow block them to draw new ones on. I like to work with what I've got because I am comfortable and I am proud and I appreciate what I've got. Again, not a makeup tyrant, you do you. I just, for the longest time, have been someone who hasn't always been appreciative of how I look, so when I do my makeup now, I work with what I have because I have learned, and I just want to reestablish that I want to reestablish that appreciation. It is finally time to reveal the Twilight palette and see what we are working with. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, yep. So the lion fell in love with the lamb. What a sick, masochistic lion. I'm actually gonna start with Unconditionally, which is a very like pale, kind of almost dusty blue. Start to stamp this color across my lid, and it's just going to lighten up my eye. Second step for this eye, I am going to take a fluffy brush. I used it today, so I'm cleaning it. And I am going to go in with that Say It Out Loud color. And I am going to place this, kind of wash this color on my lid a little bit. Kind of going out a bit horizontally and taking this in. Let's see how far is this going? It's kind of just like the upper wash of the eye. We do have kind of like smoky colors going in. We do have a beautiful blend going on. However, we are not going to be building up this pigment a lot, by the way. So keep your brush, your flick hand. How am I going to say this without saying strokes? Because we all know that is what you do. You have like this little motion, but we can't say that because I know y'all are going to have a dirty mind because I know I would have a dirty mind. Please keep the pressure light. Cool. Now we really need to have some real talk at the moment, because like every time I watch the damn movie, I always am like, ugh, millennials going to school at that time must have just been something else. The way I probably am grateful for the way I've grown up, but the FOMO and the idea of like I cannot go back to that quaint of a time is unsettling. And I know every generation has this, where they look back and they're like, oh, because you grow up thinking that's gonna be me when I'm older, but then you get older, but the time around you has changed. And you're like, no, I was promised this. Let's bring this shadow down as well. Please let me know in the comments how you feel about Bella, because like this might be a hot take. I love K-Stew. We share the same birthday, so like I just love her on a fully different level. No, I'm joking. I just love her. I support her, and like I think she's amazing. I just do not prefer the character Bella Swan. Like, especially in the books, she annoys me. She's real sometimes, but like then she does things that I'm like, it just like annoys me. But I'm also 22 and I'm reading the book, and she annoyed me when I was, every time I've read the book I have not been her exact age, so honestly I have no point to be like, this is not what I do, because I don't know what I do. I used to be like hardcore Team Jacob, and I think now, well, when I was younger I was like, I'm a feminist, I'm Team Bella, because like I think my Mimi said it once and I was like, slay Mimi, I'm Team Bella. Then in middle school I was super extreme Team Jacob. I would cry over and over because I was like, he's been wrong so much. But now I'm like, and I feel like I feel this way for most like love triangles, I'm like, the two people that end up together, I'm like, honestly, y'all are both annoying the shit out of me, y'all deserve each other, and like I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna check out. So that's how I feel. I don't like Edward, I don't like Bella, but they can have each other because they don't have to annoy anyone else but each other. We gotta lighten up just the inner corner just a bit, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just take that first color, kind of that blue, that dusty blue, because that is gonna contrast to kind of the shadows we've got going on over here, so that, you see, brightens up the inner corner of my eye. And then liner. Bella is taking her liner in two different ways, just like her love life. Ayo, sorry. So we are gonna go in with, this is Dior's beige. It's just like a tan, nude, kind of cream eyeliner, and Bella uses that for her waterline, and she takes it up about here, so a little bit more than halfway across the eye. And then Bella is taking a black shadow. However, I think I'm once again gonna go softer and go with a brown, just because it's a little bit kinder and it's less jarring. Bella does not wear blush in a lot of the photos that I see. However, in more of the aesthetic like ways where Bella, like in this photo, Bella does have a little bit of blush on because we want it to look like, oh, she's cold. She has like that flushed cheeks. We want to give Bella blush because that is what's gonna like differentiate that she is human, instead of like no flush, no blood in her cheeks. So I am going with NARS's Infatuated. I'm speaking a little too fast for, I guess, my mouth to move. It is a lot darker in the pan than it is going to be applied. And what I mean by that is we're not going to apply it that dark. This one kind of mocks kind of that natural flushness very well. I really wish we had something that was like equivalent to like the Twilight craze, but like I don't know. Like I would be so sad if it was the Summer I Turned Pretty, like the love triangle scandal that like divided us. Like, I don't know. And once again, if you ever want to like kind of calm down the blush that you've applied, you can always go back in with whatever setting powder, or even if you're not doing a powder look, you can always go in with your foundation brush or your concealer brush. And I'm just once again going to pat on just a little bit of powder. I just got to the part in the book. I'm a little bit past it, but like I've gotten to the part in the book where Edward is described as wearing a beige leather jacket and an ivory turtleneck. Like, I don't think anyone's thinking he's a vampire. I think people have other thoughts about him. Usually I do skip the part where I do mascara on these videos because, like, most people know how to do mascara, and even when I'm doing makeup on someone, when it comes to the mascara part, I'm just like, here you go. Because, like, no one likes someone doing their mascara. I am placing it on, and then I am taking a mascara wand or a spoolie, and I'm just flicking these out just to make it extra natural. Less like I wore mascara, more like I've just defined my natural lashes. And Bella does rock some bottom lashes, so I'm gonna do the same thing as well. Lastly, for this lip, it's honestly giving rose Vaseline. And that is also something that I've seen collectively on like Pinterest and like inspo for what Bella Swan wears for her lip. I know Katie has rose Vaseline. I don't. I'm not going to be worrying about this. If I can get my e.l.f. blush to open, I want to like tint my lip with it. Perfect. This is my e.l.f. liquid blush in Dusty Rose. Katie actually gave it to me. I love to bring out my Beverly Hills blusher by Merit. And then on top, I'm just going to take a little bit of that Juicy Tube Lancome. We're not going to gloss our lips. We're just going to dot them. And then I love saying this, blot your lips together. Ma ma ma. Say that with me. Ma 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 ma. Congrats. Baby's first words. The lip is just giving a little bit more red, so you know what? I'm gonna do it. Even though I know in the movie it's a little bit more orange. Because like I've said, I've seen this movie quite a lot. If red is what we are going for, we'll add just a tiny, tiny bit of red. This is MAC's lip gloss in Desire. Don't fuck it up. Definitely a dark lip, but just tapping really goes a long way with this. This is honestly giving very basic Bella Swan. I'm gonna get in my outfit and then like see, but like if I feel good about it, let's cue the outro. Honestly, I am obsessed, but that's a little bit biased of me to say. But truly, 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 I am loving this look. You know, it's very simple, not like too complicated. Honestly, not a lot going on. Like very light pressure applied to almost every step. So it really feels more like kind of airy, wispy. Like the colors are a little bit muted, a little bit moody, so you feel like, oh, maybe it's a little done up more, but it's also it's like taking a step back from what like we see constantly like on the feeds, you know. So all I added honestly was I wanted to add my Hourglass. This one is in Exposed No. 1 lip liner to my lips, just because when I was looking at this photo, my OG reference, like Bella's lips definitely are lined in this. and so you can't like convince me otherwise. So all I did was literally go on the outside and just line my lip a little bit more naturally. And that way it also gives me a little bit more of a defined moment instead of more of a wash. Kind of just pulls this look all together. Anyways, I really hope you enjoyed the Twilight. Ooh, the 2008 Twilight tutorial. This one specifically, Bella, you may see me do one maybe every month. I don't know, like every time we get back to 2008. There's so many characters and so many looks from the movie that are iconic for a reason. And so, why is my voice like, my voice is like going out. It's definitely late, past my bedtime. But I feel like, I feel like my voice is dry. Hopefully that's not a problem. Hopefully I'm not getting sick. But like, that would not be the move. If you did like this look, please give it a thumbs up. And if you aren't too shy, I would really appreciate the subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. I would love to see my subscriber count go up. Just because I would love to have this like community, this like icon family. I'm not gonna randomly create a post and then you're gonna get a notification. Like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna be like, has anyone seen this? Like, no. You're only gonna get a post for the things I have and when I release them. I'm not too complicated. I'm not too fussy. I have other things to do than be a nuisance on your back. However, with that, I would like you to subscribe because like it's a click for you and it means a whole lot to me. Anyways, I hope if you are recreating this look just for fun, if you're recreating it for Halloween, maybe you were recreating it because you were going to have a 2008-2009 fall and just want to feel inspired. I hope this has met your expectations and maybe exceeded them, maybe just a little bit. As always, I want to remind you that you are iconic. Thank you for making it all the way to this video. Give yourself another hug because you deserve it. So now I get to go to bed and I work tomorrow, but I'm really glad that I got to film this video and I just really hope you like it. So with that, this will wrap the last video of 2008. If you know what's coming up next, it will be 2009. So if you have any requests for videos you want to see in the month of 2009, which will be our entire month of October, just let me know. Just let me know in the comments below or always DM me. My socials, my social handle is in the link in the description. Yeah, I don't know if I can link it, but you know, it's like, Thank you. Bye, icons. Mwah.